Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca, and today we'll be talking about the structure of an email, specifically helpful for the Best Step Test, Writing Test Part 2, where you may be asked to write an email as part of your answer. Let's get started. So first, let's look at the Best Step structure. We'll be focusing on Part 2 today, which is about expressing opinions. And the description says to write a short text or email to express an opinion or exchange ideas on learning-related topics. Here's generally what the instructions will say for Part 2. Write a short text based on the following prompt. Your response should be approximately 80 words in length. You should spend approximately 15 minutes on this task. There will be a prompt, and then it will say, in your email, you should first explain and express something. Second, give at least one suggestion about something. Now let's look at an example prompt that was given on a previous test. You are Kevin Teo. You often leave campus at 10 p.m. after a day of studying. However, there is not enough nighttime lighting on campus. You have decided to write an email to your school's administrator. As you can see, there are two requirements in this question. First, express your concern about this issue. So now you have to think, what is this issue? Well, if you look up at the prompt, it seems to be that there is not enough nighttime lighting on campus. And the key word here that helps you know this is an issue is the word however, which shows a contrast. How about the second point? Give at least one suggestion about how to improve the lighting on campus. Now you need to think about some ways to improve this issue. Now let's look at the content, what you would write for your paper. First, you'll begin with a salutation. Then, the greeting, which will share the purpose of why you are writing this email. Next, you will add your content. In this email, you will talk about the issue and a possible solution or suggestion to solve the issue. You will add a closing sentence or two. And finally end with a signature. Let's see what this looks like in email format. A salutation could be, Dear blank. You have a greeting, your content, your closing. And a signature usually ends with sincerely and your name. Thankfully, on the Best Step, you don't need to write the salutation and the signature because they are already included in the response in the prompt. But if you were to add it, that also would be okay. Now we're going to take a closer look at each of these green sections, the greeting, content, and closing. First, let's look at greeting. In a greeting, you will explain your reason for writing this email and also provide some additional context. Here are some sentence starters that you could use. I am writing to, I am reaching out to, this email aims to, and then you will add your reason for writing. Now let's look at an example for the example prompt. I am Kevin Teo. I am writing to share my opinion on the lights at school. Oftentimes, I stay at school until 10 p.m. You can see that the blue is more about the context and the background, such as your name and why you care about this issue. But the black shows your reason. You are wanting to share your opinion about the lights, and that is the main purpose of writing this email. Now let's look at how you would introduce the issue. There are two ways that you could state the issue. Firstly, you could state the issue. Or there is a way you can transition by first expressing satisfaction, adding a transition word, and then stating the issue. Let's see what I mean here. You could first state the issue. I noticed blank. But if you wanted to express satisfaction first, you could say, I have benefited a lot from blank. However, I noticed blank. You can see here that this allows you to express your appreciation to the administration for all the work that they've already done. Then you are transitioning by using a contrasting transition word in order to state an issue that exists despite the benefits and advantages. Here's an example. I really appreciate the environment of our campus. However, I noticed that the nighttime lighting isn't bright enough. As a result, students may not be able to see water and slip, or they may fall down the stairs. You can see that Kevin is first appreciating the environment and then transitioning, however, to tell the administration that the nighttime lighting isn't bright enough, which is the issue of this email. But you don't only want to talk about the issue, you also want to give a suggestion for improvement. Here are some ways you can offer solutions. I suggest, I propose. It would be a good idea to. One possible solution is to solve this problem, ... Let's look at an example. I strongly suggest that our school replace our lights with LED lights, which are not only brighter, but also more energy efficient. We can further add some bright yellow stripes on the edges of the stairs. See here that there are two suggestions. Firstly, replacing the lights with LED, and secondly, adding some bright yellow stripes on stairs so students won't fall. After you finish offering solutions, then you want to move into your closing. In your closing, there are several things that you could do. Firstly, you could express your gratitude. Thank you for your consideration. Thank you for reading this email. You can also express some sort of hope. I hope my suggestions will prove useful. I hope these suggestions can ... You could also talk about what you are looking forward to, which is similar to what you are hoping for. I look forward to hearing your response. I look forward to the implementation of these ideas. You can also mix and match these concluding sentences to show your gratitude and what you are hoping for. Now let's put it all together and see what the email looks like. First, we see the salutation, Dear Administrator. Then we see that the purpose is clearly stated in the opening of this email. Then we move on to introducing the issue of nighttime lighting. We also offer two suggestions to combat this issue. We add a closing that expresses our gratitude. And lastly, our signature, Sincerely, Kevin Teo. Of course, there are many other ways to write this email, and this is just one example. Here are some other things to note while you are taking the test. Make sure to clearly state the problem and offer a solution. Make sure to get straight to the point because you only have 15 minutes to write this email. Second, use formal language. You are talking to an administrator, so you don't want to sound too casual. Some things to note are not using contractions, such as I'm. Instead, use I am. Also, don't use any slang, idioms, or abbreviations. Thirdly, use transition words to connect your ideas. For example, when you are giving reasons, use words like because, due to, so. And when you are listing suggestions, you can say, firstly, secondly, lastly. If you keep these things in mind, then you will write a stellar email for the Best Step Task 2. Here are some other resources that can help you as you are preparing for the test. There are many practice prompts and tips on the Best Step website, beststep.tw. You can also look at our collection of other videos that were created in collaboration with Fulbright and NSYSU that go through writing and speaking topics to help you for the Best Step. All of these links can be found on our Instagram at FulbrightXNSYSU, Thank you so much for watching this video. Good luck on the best step!